Hey you guys, I am back with the Remedy series, and today I'll be sharing a quote from chapter 13 titled Lessons for Leaders. And the quote is, "Leadership is not a position or a title, it is action and example." Truth be told, most people look at leadership as a position or a title, but real leadership is all about your ability, your willingness to serve others. Real leaders are not just concerned about themselves. They are actually concerned about the well-being of others. It's not about them all the time. It's not about what people can do for them. It's about what they can do for others. So we have to be mindful of how we look at leadership. And truth be told, if you are a believer in Jesus Christ, you are called to be a leader. You are called to lead others to Christ. This doesn't mean that you have to be a pastor or stand in a pulpit. It doesn't mean that you have to serve in some type of capacity in an organization. No, you can serve others and you can lead others to Christ by the way you live, being an example, being a model, a good example. So we are all called to be leaders, to lead others to Christ. See, you can lead others to Christ by sharing what God has done for you. How many times or how often have you witnessed to someone about the goodness of the Lord, about what God has done for you, how you have overcome? See, we overcome by the word of our testimonies. Us sharing what we went through helps others overcome. So leadership is action and example. It's not a position and a title. I'll leave you with 7 tips about leaders. Leaders seek to serve, not to be served. It's not about them. They want to impact people, not dictate people. Number 2, leaders don't oppress people. They empower them. I've had the opportunity to work with both good and bad leaders, and I was able to learn from both. From the good leader, I was able to learn things to do and how to become a good leader. And from the bad leader, I was able to learn what not to do. Leaders don't oppress people, they empower them. They do not abuse their authority. They are mindful that God placed them in that position to serve. We're talking about a real leader. Number 3, leaders are not afraid to say no. They're not jellybacks. They know the art of saying no. You can't agree with everything and everybody just to keep the peace. You, as a leader, you must tell it like it is. Some people that are in leadership position are afraid to tell people the truth because they're afraid that it may ruin their relationship, even if them telling someone the truth will save or help a situation. Some people are afraid to say no, but real leaders are not afraid to say no. Number 4, leaders don't hate people. They care for them. True leaders, a righteous leader, care about the well-being of others. How can you say you love God, but you hate other people? We're all called to be leaders. How can you love someone that you've never seen, but you hate someone that you see daily? Number 5, leaders appreciate correction. They don't avoid it. A real leader knows that they don't know everything. They actually welcome effective criticism. They appreciate correction because correction has saving power. Being corrected can save you. And number 6, leaders are humble, not prideful. You know, the higher God takes you, the harder you can fall. Real leaders stay humble. They do not forget where they've come from, no matter how far they've come. Because truth be told, the higher you go, the harder you can fall. So real leaders strive to stay humble. And when they find themselves becoming prideful, they check themselves. See, sometimes we have to check ourselves. And number 7, leaders love prayer. Righteous leaders love prayer. They are not led by themselves. They are led by God, by the Holy Spirit. They wait on God. They don't make rash decisions. They count the cost. So these are 7 tips of how you can recognize a real leader. Remember, leadership is not about a position or a title. It is about action and example.